Carl, we're just over a month out before you challenged Josh Warrington for his IBF title. How's camp going in Manchester?
It's going good. I started sparring last week, and in terms of my fitness and sharpness from my first spar, I was pleasantly surprised and pretty happy. So we've still a bit to go, and this is where the real hard stuff kind of starts now, and the graph picks up. But I enjoy this, and I enjoy sparring, and I'm looking forward to the fight, Steve. If I'm being honest, I think it's going to be an exciting fight, and it's one that's it's got me excited. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, how good's Josh Warrington?
He's a good fighter. Yeah, he's a good fighter. He's fit. He's determined. A bit dirty with his head at times. Comes bullying forward at times, but he's a good fighter. But I believe that I'll need to put in a good performance to win this fight. I'm not overlooking him in the slightest. But I have fought and beaten better fighters than Josh Warrington. I've said that, and I'll continue to say it.
And but you say he can be a little bit dangerous with his head. What would your reaction be to that sort of thing if you thought it was deliberate?
I'd give him one back. That's simple, you know what I mean? This is professional boxing, but he comes in. I kind of looks almost accidental, but he bulls in a lot with his head. He's clever with it, and sometimes he gets away with it. But yeah, it's something that we've, as a team, have been paying close attention to.
I mean, do you have sparring partners coming in?
No, nothing like that. That would be silly. You get cut in sparring and the fight's off. So no, but it's something that we're aware of, definitely.
I mean, there's another pay-per-view fight that night between CHISORA and WHYTE. How do the two fights compare? Why is your fight the better fight?
It's for a legitimate world title. It's two guys kind of in their prime. I feel Josh Warrington's full of confidence at the minute. He's coming off his career best win. I'm on the way back, and I've had 3 good wins since losing to Leo Santa Cruz. I think our fight is the fight. Look, WHYTE and CHISORA. I think it'll be a decent fight. I'm not gonna tell lies, but if you want to watch proper, pure boxing, 2 good boxers, 2 skillful boxers, going at it in an exciting fight, you watch our one.
I mean, where you are, people say like Josh is just coming to his peak, and some might suggest you've had your peak, wouldn't they? I mean, where do you feel you are?
I think they're wrong. I think he would be one that suggests that, probably that my peak years have been and gone, but they've got it wrong. Really, if you see what I'm doing in the gym and how I'm performing, I believe that I'm right in my peak years now. Well, it's all well and good saying it, and you go and prove it. But I think that he thinks probably that I'm over the hill and on the way down, but he's got it wrong, definitely, and I'll prove it on the night.
Do you get motivated by that? Not just Josh, but anyone who might write it, or I know you might be on social. If someone's not being rude about you, they might say, "Oh, Josh, Carl has seen better days."
Yeah, it's one of the main motivating factors. I have a few things that motivate me, my family being one, and the security for me and my wife and my kids. But legacy is another one. But haters and people, doubters and people who have written me off and think that I'm done and over the hill, that's a big motivating factor for me. I can use all these things to my advantage, and I think I will. I'll do it on the night. I'll use these things, but I'll win. I promise I'll win this fight. I think Josh Warrington is made for me, and I think I'm a better fighter, and I need to go and prove it.
And for the winner, there's Oscar Valdez, it looks like, which is a legacy building fight.
Of course, look, it would give me the chance to unify my 2nd division. You talk about unifying 2 divisions, you go down possibly, you'd be in the argument for Ireland's greatest ever fighter if you do that. So I want to do things like that to define my legacy. And to unify a 2nd division would be special. But Valdez, Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, either of them 3 guys that I've mentioned, that's who I'd like to fight after Josh Warrington. No one else. I want another champion.
I mean, I think you said you're not going to go on forever, but would you like a crack at super featherweight before you go, or would that just
No, I'd like to have a go. Yeah, look, I haven't got the dimensions to go too many divisions up, but I could maybe tackle super featherweight, and I'd like to do it. I'd like to have a crack and see what I can do, and then me and Steve Collins are Ireland's only ever 2-weight world champions. If you become a world champion in your 3rd division, that's Hall of Fame stuff. So yeah, that would be good.
Hall of Fame, you want to be in that?
I'd love to, but I'm still a bit off yet. I need to win a few more big fights, a few career-defining fights, and I'd love to get the call one day to say you've been inducted.
You have a bit of bragging rights over Steve Collins and all the other great Irish
Yeah,
fighters.
look, there's a few fighters who haven't been in, but listen, if things go to plan the way I want them to, if I unify this division and beat someone like Santa Cruz or Oscar Valdez, and I win a world title at super featherweight, then it'd be hard to keep you out of the Hall of Fame.
First vote.
I don't know. I don't know.
First year.
Would you vote? You get a vote, Steve?
No, I'm not a member of the
You're not a
American
member?
Boxing
All right,
Writers.
okay.
They won't let me. I'll just be I'll be voting for all. I'll be campaigning for you.
Yeah. No, we'll see. Look, it's all pie in the sky at this point in time, but it's important to win these big fights, and who knows what happens.
But the only thing on your mind now is one fight.
Josh Warrington, and again, people ask me questions about the future, so I'll answer them. But if I don't beat Josh Warrington, then that all falls apart. So I need to win this fight first and foremost.